our 2026 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Mahomes throwing here on 2nd. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
That last catch picked up 4, so they're left with 3rd and 6. To the air, Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. He's going to be forced out there. Play gains about 7. And that brings Kansas City the 1st down.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
1st and 10 here for Mahomes. And he has started this game perfect, connecting on all 4 passes after that last one. Right side, Thornton's got it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. And first carry now, Brashard Smith. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelce has it. They get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Chiefs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Mahomes is set. Here's 1st and 10. And he's coming off his 6th completion in as many attempts to begin this game. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. An early jump of the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Zone infraction, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first. From the red zone now. Brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kenneth Walker scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Skips it off the crossbar and through. And that's good for a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. New set of downs for him from the 31. Drive begins with a run by Irving. Oh, he rocks that tackler. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel. Doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
This is Irving on 2nd. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Once again, Irving. And he's hauled down just beyond the line, but that's all they needed. Just a single yard for that first down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
First down from the 42. Tight end going in motion here. First down, and they go right back to it. They stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. He was there to apply the contact and force the ball out at the perfect time. And that also forces a fourth down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet there. Right? Turn them against their own team. Go quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur and might even hear a few boo birds.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Walker now from the gun. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Extra man in the secondary for the Bucs on 3rd down. Man in motion here. 3rd and long for him here. Looking for Kelsey on the perimeter. And he needed just a little bit more, didn't he? Got most of it, but the stop is made in time, so it is 4th down. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. As the Buccaneers get back out there, there's a look at defensive coordinator of the Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo. His 7 seasons in Kansas City featuring those 3 Super Bowl titles, and he's also won a title as a coordinator for the Giants. We give to Irving to start this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's Mayfield on 2nd. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Kansas City! Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Butker to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. It's a 14-0 game here early.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So as the Buccaneer offense heads back out, let's take a look at their coordinator, Zach Robinson. It's first year running the Bucs offense for the former NFL QB. He was with the rival Falcons the last 2 years, and before that, he was a trusted assistant of Sean McVay with the Rams. On first down, they're going to run with Irving. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Mayfield will look to throw. Brought in left side by Godwin. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock at second down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Motioning the tight end left. Here's the give to Irving. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. They got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. They send McMillan left. Second down, here's Baker. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
To the air on 3rd and long. Over the middle, he's got McMillan. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again. Chiefs have Nico Remigio out for the return. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And this game is comfortably in hand early. They take possession with a 14-0 lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Rice, the motion man right. They'll throw 3rd and long. And good luck hanging on through that contact. The hit knocks it free, and that forces 4th down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Another punt coming up. Matt Ariza to do the honors once again. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Here's Mayfield. A throw left side finds Johnson. They track him down finally as this play goes for about 20. And that was good for a Tampa Bay first down.
It's a gain of 20.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. I'll dial up the zone read on 1st and 10. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mayfield. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Baker. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Riley Dixon on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Ooh, the look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me this, always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Second down, Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down back at the 13-yard line. And that sets up an extremely difficult 3rd down and 17.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel, 3rd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. Here's a screen now for Walker. And he's going to be stopped with a good ways still to go. Defenders rallying to that completion. That forces 4th down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. So on fourth down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. Cameron Johnson back deep to receive this one for the Bucs. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, just infuses your offense with confidence.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Right back to Irving now. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. That's who is running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch, being limited to a couple.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Third and short, Mayfield. It's on target to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Baker is set 1st and 10. And he's completed just half of his first 10 passes so far following that last play. Back to throw. And that's incomplete, only because of the hit applied, though. A good defensive play to bring up 2nd down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Working on 2nd down. Baker. That's complete. Downfield to Godwin. They get a lot out of this play. 21 yards before the tackle is finally made. And that will set up a Bucs first down.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much doubt into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
Running left, this is Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw is Mayfield. We've got a screen to the running back. And they're able to get to him before he becomes a real threat for that first down. Damage limited to 7. It is 4th down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. Sending a tight end in motion left. Here we go. It's Mayfield. Lost control of another one. And the Chiefs look like they have it. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. And he can't hang on. The catch was there for him, Brock, but his hands took that one off, so the incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he'll get it up to the 27.
This difference maker, he's up to 5 catches now for the game. What I love about this, Kate, these are the contested catches. It may not show up as a lot of yardage, but these are the kind of catches you gain trust with the quarterback, and much more importantly with the rest of your teammates.
They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. Here's Mahomes. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. And now it's going to be 4th and 13.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Matt Ariza on to punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Mayfield to throw. He's got Emeka Egbuka. Hit there, and he's forced out. A gain of about 15 before it. And that is good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Baker now. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for second and 10. They'll motion Johnson right. On second down, Mayfield. Dump off caught by his back. And they get him down after a gain of 10. But great effort on his part. Pays off with the first down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are moving.
50-yard line.
Baker is set, first and 10. And that last completion puts him over 100 yards already for the quarter. They are throwing it again. It's caught right side by Johnson. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on second down. And they just get the play off. He takes it himself. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. Our score, 14-0. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll only need a few inches here on third down. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up fourth down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Mayfield to throw for it. That one's good to Godwin. And on 4th and 2, they get it forward with more than enough to pick up that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Baker is set, first and 10. And he's only missed once on this series. 4 of 5 throwing the ball. Blown back, gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Now nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They've got a man in motion. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Finally some justice for the quarterbacks. They're so rarely protected in today's game, Brock. The refs saw roughing the passer, and his side gets a first down plus some yardage.
You take it down a notch, all right? You haven't been hit by the guys in this league. And you got to protect these poor, fragile quarterbacks. In this case, move the sticks as well.
He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Tucker can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Tucker. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. These last 2 snaps will force this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock. And we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has it in close. And he is close to that marker, isn't he? But doesn't reach it. So make it an 8-yard gain. Let's see what they do here on 4th. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it up the gut. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. The run with Gray. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. And I think they can finally loosen their collars just a little bit, Brock. Got a nice little cushion now off their own goal line.
That necktie is knotted pretty tight when you're down there smelling your own goal line. So gives them a little room. Exactly what they needed.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Hand off to Walker from the gun. Well, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
You know, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Bucks to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. We put a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Mayfield. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Couple of yards on the catch, leaves him 2nd and 8. Mayfield set to pass. He loses it again. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And they retain possession, so that's a positive. But that's the end of it, Brock. They lost yardage on that fumble.
A loss of 10 yards.
Well, I think, the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here's Baker. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds nowhere near that marker. That brings up 4th down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he's been one of the players of this game. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on 2nd down. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight ends, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a 1st down after all. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. They'll run here following the penalty. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tyke Smith making that stop. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd down, Mahomes. And this one's going to be forced out by the hit. Incomplete. They've been going his way all game long. Defense is paying attention. Someone there to bring up 3rd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. To throw, Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And he's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the 1st down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They pitch it out to him here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Mayfield will look to throw. Deep down the right sideline. It's his running back making the catch. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown.
That quarterback knew he was going to wear one to get that throw away, and he'll be happy to make that trade-off every single time when it leads to a touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now it's Mahomes. He's keeping it. And Mahomes has enough for the first as he slides down to avoid that contact.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. They'll go with Walker on the counter. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his second drop of the game. It brings up third down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throwing is Mahomes. Complete to Walker on the check down. And in the end, no danger of them actually reaching the marker. He's hauled down well short after a gain of 7. It is fourth down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And this stays a one-score, 8-point game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Baker now. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's going to be stopped before the marker, but nice job. 9 yards on that catch and run, Brock. It's 3rd and short. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing, Baker. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Running it after the penalty. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Here's Baker to throw. That's caught by Williams. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now Mayfield. And that's going to end up an incomplete pass. Not on the quarterback there. That pass was dropped. It's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Pressure mid, and it's blocked! They can advance it now, picked up inside the 30. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's Mahomes. Man downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Walker on first down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Working on second down. Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First down from the 42. They give up the gut to Walker. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying with Walker. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Looking to throw Mahomes. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
On is Matt Ariza to send this one away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They had their field goal blocked last time out, so 3 points poorer on the scoreboard than they expected to be right here. To throw is Mayfield. Rushes right there as he releases it, and it goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's Mayfield on second. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Third and 7 now after the last catch. Got him 3. Now here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I got a hunch, as busy as this tight end has been here in the first half, this defense, they're going to make some adjustments, and I think it started right there. A whole lot tighter coverage that time.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Motion to receiver left. This is Walker on second. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air, Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that's going to give the Chiefs a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 here for Mahomes. And he's up over 150 yards passing thanks to that previous completion. Here's Smith. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Walker now from the gun. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Mahomes. Screen here for Smith. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. So expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge the defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. Brought in left side by Godwin. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only 1 yard on that last completion. 9 still to go on 3rd down. Godwin, the man in motion left. They'll air it out on 3rd. This is hauled in by Ott on the right side. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
A gain of 9.
Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Dixon on to put a charge into this punt. Remigio on the return.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes now. He completes it in traffic. They can slow him up here after 4, maybe 5 yards. And that earns Kansas City a 1st down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Back to throw Mahomes. Big big trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Got to figure out this third down here. And if you had another rushing play on your bingo board, you are correct. And that run was a first down effort, but stopped just shy of one. It's 4th and short. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Had a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Screen here for Williams. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
2nd down, here's Baker. Catch made left side by Abuka. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Third and short, Mayfield. Taken in by Williams outright. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Their punter making his way out now. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming and pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Running with Walker again. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Yeah, avoidable mistake there, Brock. A lot of people saw it, including our officials. Offsides the call.
Still second down.
Here comes 2nd and 8 after that penalty. Gordon's the receiver in motion left. 2nd down, Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to be taken down, so call it about 8 yards on that play. And that means they got the first. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Putting the tight end in motion. Now it's Mahomes. And this one's going to be incomplete. Catch there, but couldn't survive the contact. That's going to bring up 2nd down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Caught in by his backsmith. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Third and 3 in front of him now after that completion got him 7. Here's Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And forward progress stops. Play winds up going for about 6. That's good for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 43. It's Walker on the option. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Who else? Kelsey's got another. And he's going to be brought down before he can read anything after that catch. So give him what looks like about 7.
A 7-yard gain on the
Performance like this today, Kate, that doesn't only make the defense take notice or everybody in these stands, but I'll tell you this, the tight end community, they are celebrating now this guy's 10th catch in this game.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. And they're going to bring him down, but 8 was enough. They got what they needed. First down coming. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Mahomes is set. Here's 1st and 10. And he's only missed once since halftime. 5 completions so far on 6 attempts. On the run, it's Smith. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs' 39-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. Mahomes throwing here on 2nd. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. He's going for it himself. And give him the first down, Brock. Great results. That snap goes for 17. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. It is Cup, left side. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Couple of yards on the catch, leaves them 2nd and 8. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. They'll run here following the penalty. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Just continuing to grind them down, Brock. That is exactly what you want to do with a lead like this in the second half. You want long, sustained drives.
Because it really serves 2 purposes, right, Kate? Number 1, it helps you build, hopefully, some points on that board. But just as importantly, you're playing keep away, and that other side's not getting to touch the rock.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they haul him down, but we all saw it. That looks pretty awkward, partner. This flag should be a face mask. Things look good on the play until we saw the pull of the face mask, and that spoils the defensive effort.
Automatic first down.
So now, following the penalty, here's 1st and goal. Smith. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
He was taken down.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Quickly out wide. Here's Kelsey. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Rashee Rice from 5 yards away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker to try the point after. Sent right down the middle and good. And they add another to their lead. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Butker on now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
They bring him down, but we all saw how that one looked, right? There was a face mask involved, and the flag is out.
Face mask. Defense.
It took hauling him down by the face mask to bring an end to that play, and that adds a cool 15 yards onto the end of the run.
Automatic first down.
Personal foul gave him a chunk of yards, and they will take it. 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Well, you've taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
The other thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Setting up the screen here to Godwin. Trying to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
Over the decades, you want to see elite defenses in the NFL. They have the big people that can run and the little people that will tackle. In that corner, well, he did his job there.
Last catch actually lost 2, so now it's 3rd and 12 here. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
Following that flag against the defense, 2 yards to the marker now on 3rd down. Mayfield set to pass. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Now after delivering that ball, we see some discomfort out there. So here come the trainers to take a look at him. right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. To the air, Browning. It's on target to Johnson. And the drive continues with a chance to score now. 4th down play takes them all the way into the red zone.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
After that 4th down exceeded expectations, look at this, some excitement as they come up to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Baker. And it's off his hands and incomplete, so an opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Baker to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Now the field goal unit runs on for its 2nd try tonight. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his 1st attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. To the air, Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Here's Mahomes now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. They motion the tight end over. Here he goes, third and long. Nowhere to go with it, and he's planted. They got him at the 16. Laswell gets him again. And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 now.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Design quarterback run here. And they'll still have some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Baker. And that's going to end up an incomplete pass. Not on the quarterback there. That pass was dropped. It's 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Now carry, it's Smith. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw, Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
And it's 3rd down.
Last completion got him 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Getting his throw is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down. Third down, Brock. You knew that pressure was coming, and sure looked like he was lucky to even get a throw away on that play.
That rush was coming to flat out end that drive.
Yeah.
And it did.
He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. That is complete to Hurst outright. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that is good for a Tampa Bay first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32. Baker now. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Running it after the penalty. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Well, that's a tough one because you can see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and it gets him the first. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw, Browning. That's cut at the 4. The stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Screen here for Williams. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, and he's unable to keep a hold of it through that hit. As that 2nd and goal pass hits the ground, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. Has a look, has the ball, but does not have it in bounds. Incomplete. So close there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer.
Chase
McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. Don't forget the defense got in there and blocked one earlier. Poorly hit, and that finds the crossbar. A surprising miss. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's called playing downhill with a capital D. These safeties, they love to see that play, and that ball caught in front of him, and he came down in a hurry and knocked it backwards.
So 2nd and 13 now after that last catch wound up losing him 3 yards. Throwing is Mahomes. Finds his favorite target again. It's Worthy. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. He's going to be taken down. Gain of about 14 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Chiefs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So 1st down from the 41. Running in here with Smith. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
2nd down, Mahomes. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, and now it's 3rd down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get away. And they take him down at the 30. And that brings up 4th now and 21.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
On now comes their punter. Matt, the one to send it away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Going wide receiver run to start this series. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
29-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. They go right back to him. Another carry for the receiver. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
They'll air it out on third. It's complete. This is Angluka. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that will set up a Bucs first down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. First and 10 here for Brownie. And he has been a perfect 4 for 4 passing since he came into this contest. Motioning the tight end now. Brownie. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Well, it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Working on second down. Browning. Catch made left side by Abuka. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Now it's Browning. To the outside, this is caught by Godwin. And that's only going to get him 3. Defenders all over it to escort him out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. To the air, Browning. And right back to him, and this time the defense was ready. That hit forces it loose. It's incomplete, and we've got a third down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And it's Johnson with another one. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 43. Here's Browning. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Browning. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And this goes out of bounds as we've got a penalty flag in the backfield, Brock. This could be roughing the passer. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Throwing is Browning. Right side, this is Ibuka. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on second down. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, he made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's third down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Browning now. That's caught by Williams. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They go play fake with Browning. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to him.
Jake Browning.
It's Omar Norman lost. And it's going to be 2nd and goal now. That play lost 8.
All right,
up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Now motion Johnson right. Here's Browning on 2nd down. Left side into the hands of Hurst. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Browning. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Touching. Offense.
So the flag is declined, and now, Brock, they got to figure out what they want to do on 4th and goal. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. Don't forget, the defense got in there and blocked one earlier. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. This is Smith. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Good strike downfield to Kelsey. There he goes on the right side. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
To Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas
And that right
City.
there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Mahomes leads his troops to the line, going for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Right, they're going to throw for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
Johnson with a return here. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And while this isn't one for the record books, Brock, I know that you've been really impressed with just how he's owned the pace and schedule for much of this game. The stat line looking pretty impressive at this point as well. Look at this. He's found the weaknesses in the defense and capitalized, having a real nice game so far. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Browning working from the pistol. It's caught right side by Johnson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Believe it or not, a big loss on that completed pass. So here comes 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Browning. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Browning from the gun. Connects with Johnson. And this is going to go for a gain of about 9. Not bad in most spots, but here it is short of what they needed. It's 4th down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. They'll send out the punting unit. They could really use a good one here. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now they send their back in motion right. Second down, Mahomes. That throw behind his intended target. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now it's Mahomes. Here's a screen now for Walker. This is going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And that's going to give the Chiefs a first down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First and 10 here for Mahomes. That last pass, Brock, taking him over 300 yards for this ball game. Here's Smith. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. To the air, Mahomes. The left side, caught by Thornton. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 35-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down. Mahomes. Toward the perimeter, it's Rice. And give him a gain of about 6 before he steps out of bounds. That's going to bring up third down. Now, following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Looking to throw Mahomes. Right back to Rice. Caught again. And they get to him before he can get to the line. Defensive effort there, capping the gain to 5 yards. It's not enough. It is fourth down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. To the air, Browning. Screen here for Williams. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards to the 9.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Believe it or not, a big loss on that completed pass. So here comes 2nd and long. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Throwing on 2nd. Browning. Pressure closes in on him, and he's dropped at the 2. This is Omar Norman Lott. And that's going to drive them back near their end zone for this 3rd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Johnson up the middle. And they're on him on the outside. He kicked it away from the middle, but it will not get close to the marker. It's 4th down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. First call here coming from the shotgun. And he's not going to get away. Pressure takes him down at the 19. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. They step up to a 2nd and 11 here following the sack. Tight end going in motion here. Mahomes throwing here on 2nd. We find Smith here underneath. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Going to have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. Lost a bunch on that completed pass, and they're going to need a far better completion here. 3rd and long. Fields looking to throw. Oh, he just dropped another. A lot of catches have gone through his hands in this game, Brock. That one brings up 4th down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Slot receivers headed left. Looking to throw, Browning. That's caught by Williams. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Believe it or not, a big loss on that completed pass. So here comes 2nd and long. Here's Browning now. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Pass complete to Chris Godwin. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Third down, they need 7. Now it's Browning. That one's good to Godwin. There's the stop. Looks to be about 7 yards on that play. And that is good for a Buccaneer first down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Browning is set, 1st and 10. And he's completed 3/4 of his passes so far, 15 of 20 in this one. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Browning. That's low and bounces short of his man.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Browning. And they knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock, failing to connect. That brings us to 4th down.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Down in the 4th. Offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty.
Roughing the passer, defense.
They were riding the high that came from that 4th down stop, and now they're experiencing the low as they have to head back out because of that penalty. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. Browning. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. They'll motion the slot man right. Here's Browning on 2nd down. Left side into the hands of Hurst. And he's tackled for no gain. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Last completion didn't go anywhere, so still 10 to go now on 3rd down. Slot man motioned over. To the air on 3rd and long. Taken in by Williams outright. And the short throw yields short results. Only a yard, but they needed a whole lot more. It is fourth down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. First and 10 now from the 46. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here he goes, third and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Third down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives them the first. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. When you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Here's Mahomes now. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And they take him down right along the 30.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. No run. This is Gray. And he stopped, but they're going to have the first down, as well as some bonus yardage as that late flag comes in.
Defense.
Things look good on the play until we saw the pull of the face mask, and that spoils the defensive effort.
Automatic first down.
A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? It did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Handoff up the gut. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And this is stopped behind the line as well.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. On the run, it's Smith. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. They've made it 4th and goal.
I don't mind that call at all, Kate. A little RPO there on 3rd down situation, but they went to the run, and they just couldn't get enough.
The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It's only a chip shot from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. Godwin sent in motion right. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Throwing is Browning. And this one's going to be forced out by the hit. Incomplete. They've been going his way all game, Brock. Defense is paying attention. Someone there to bring up 3rd down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Working now from the gun. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
I can imagine the more vocal guys on that defense, especially linebacker, safety, reminding the guys, hey, listen, nothing behind us. And when we get a chance to knock it down, one-on-one, we got to win these contested plays as they just did.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Desperation time here on 4th. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully, and now they turn it over on downs. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. I'll send him over right. Handoff now out of the gun. He stopped here, gain of about 7, and that earns Kansas City the 1st down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He gets it to Rice. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Now it's Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down. Yeah, you can tell he is pretty tired of taking hits in this one. So rather than endure another one, he just throws that one away.
Captain Obvious will tell you, yep, they got to do a whole lot better job of protecting. Because if you don't protect the quarterback in this level, at this league, yeah, you won't produce.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Look. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Braswell gets him again. And that means that after the 2-minute warning, they've got a big 4th down coming up. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Butker knocks it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of the ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gainwell. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. We give to Irving to start this drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. To the air, Browning. He just keeps finding Ibuka. And they're going to get him to the ground after a 16-yard gain. And that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down throw. Here's Browning. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
I can understand still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because it's been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Browning from the gun. Right side, this is Ibuka. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Looking to throw, Browning. Hits him on the out route. He's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
Tampa spends its second timeout now, as they'll meet and decide
21-yard
what to do on this second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Motion man left is Johnson. Working on 2nd down. Browning. All the way to the end zone, and this is caught. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ted Hurst. A 21-yard effort. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. This one is up and through.
Makes the score, Chiefs 33, Buccaneers 19.
So even after the score, you're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.